As the couple meandered along a serene country road, their attention was captivated by the sight of a formidable mama bear clutching something tightly in her mouth. Eager to investigate further, they cautiously approached, but as fate would have it, the moment she released her grip, an overwhelming sense of terror engulfed them, etching an unforgettable experience into their memories. Tom and Katie Rodriguez was a lovely couple. They had spent the weekend at Tom's family house with his siblings and were now on their way home. To casual observers, they appeared to be an ordinary couple, embarking on a pleasant journey while engaged in hushed conversation. Yet, a discerning eye would have detected the subtle strain in Tom's grip on the steering wheel and the faint crease of discontent on Katie's face as she unleashed a torrent of impassioned words directed at her spouse. As trouble had infiltrated their once idyllic paradise. The couple found themselves locked in yet another argument, an all too familiar occurrence. Their marital discord had been simmering for some time. Tom, a charismatic veterinarian, shared his workplace with his wife at the local clinic. Love had blossomed between them during shared shifts, eventually leading to their union and marriage. Their bond was deep, but they frequently succumbed to minor disagreements. The current dispute stemmed from an incident that transpired moments before they departed from Tom's family home. Tom had two brothers who held affection for his wife, yet they couldn't resist teasing her about the age disparity between her and her charming 35-year-old husband. Katie, 5 years Tom's senior, always felt uneasy with their jests and never hesitated to express her sentiments to her spouse. However, his response remained unchanged. He would simply chuckle and dismissively claim that his brothers were merely poking fun. Her husband always reassured her that they meant no harm, and explained to her that they were only trying to pull his leg. She tried her best to ignore them and not let them get under her skin, but there were some days when that proved difficult. Days like today, after saying their goodbyes, they had turned to leave when Katie had offered to drive, but Tom had joked that old women should not get behind the wheel after a long day and had grabbed the keys. The female doctor was still touchy from enduring a weekend of being teased and did not find this funny in the slightest bit. The couple had bid their farewells and gotten into the car. On the drive home, she told him that she was upset about it, but her husband only found it funny. He tried to tell her that it was only a joke and his brothers could be silly sometimes. Tom was, however, surprised when he saw that his wife had taken what he said to heart and she wasn't letting go. He wanted to defuse the situation, but then something caught his eye. The man slowed down and looked closer at the side of the road. That was when he noticed a brown figure barely hidden by a cluster of trees. He pointed it out to his wife, but she thought he was only trying to steer the conversation towards a less controversial topic. However, she soon saw the figure herself and started wondering what it was. Husband and wife decided to drive by slowly and see if they could figure out what it was. As he drove closer, the figure got larger and larger until they realized what they were looking at was a gigantic brown bear. Tom and Katie were both veterinary doctors with several years of experience, so they could immediately tell that this bear was in distress. They also volunteered at the circus sometimes and had treated a wide variety of animals from tigers to elephants. It was clear to their trained eyes that the bear was not okay. It also looked like it was holding something in its mouth, but they could not see it clearly as it was not facing them. Tom brought the car to a stop. Then the two doctors came out and walked toward the bear. As they approached it, it withdrew a bit and the doctors stopped in their tracks. The couple did not want to startle or scare the beast as they knew that any fright might make a charge at them. They approached the creature cautiously, and then the most bizarre thing happened. The bear, which had just shied away from them, stood up, walked toward them with something in its mouth, and delicately dropped what looked like a bloodied mass at their feet. They moved back in terror at first, but then Tom summoned courage and took a closer look at the strange creature. His jaw dropped in astonishment when he realized what the creature was. The shocked man gestured for his wife to come closer, and when she did, she almost passed out in horror. Lying there was a baby covered in blood and dirt. Katie began to weep as she saw this. She thought that the child had been killed by the bear. Tom was still staring at the sight when he noticed something startling. The infant was breathing. He picked up the baby and saw that the red streaks on his body were not blood at all, but red berry juice that had spilled on the baby. The man looked up and saw the bear staring at him with a concerned face, and then he caught a glimpse of the 3 cubs beside the mama bear. It was only then that the entire picture was clear. They had misread the entire situation. The new mother bear had found the baby abandoned in the bush, and her maternal instincts had made her pick up the child and carry it to the side of the road in search of whatever help she could find. She had tried to feed the infant berries just like she would feed her children, hence the dark stain. The bear had saved the child and was now trying to get other humans to help. Tom realized that the bear had done something truly incredible, and he and his wife marveled at it. While the couple stood there, an ice cream truck screeched to a sudden halt. The driver had seen the couple ends, the bear from the distance, and thought that they were about to be attacked. He came down from his truck with a crowbar in his hand, ready to help the couple fend off the bear. As soon as he got down, he saw that they were not in any danger, and Tom explained the peculiar situation to him. The ice cream truck driver was astonished by the story, but when he saw the baby from up close, realized that the 2 vets were telling the truth. The baby was cold, so the couple wrapped him in a blanket and put it in the car. Tom and Katie took him to town to be examined by a doctor, but not before buying a lot of ice cream from the truck, which they fed to the bear and her cubs. The creatures savored the delectable ice cream with evident delight before returning to the depths of the forest. Seizing the opportunity, the considerate truck driver proposed accompanying the couple, and they accepted, embarking together towards the nearest available hospital. The medical practitioner conducted a thorough examination of the infant and conveyed the reassuring news that, aside from mild dehydration, the baby was in perfect health. However, since the child's parents remained unknown, it was imperative to monitor him for a few more days within the hospital's care. Finding a suitable home for the baby became an impending task. For 3 consecutive days, Tom and Katie conscientiously visited the hospital, their worry for the baby's progress urging them to do so before commencing their work routine. On the 4th day, the doctor informed them that the infant was ready to be discharged. With no one stepping forward to claim the child and no inquiries made about his whereabouts, the couple initiated the process of adopting him. Having maintained contact with the kind-hearted ice cream truck driver, he assumed the role of their son's godfather. Andrew, a name bestowed upon the child in honor of Katie's father, thrived under his parents' loving care, blossoming into a delightful little boy who radiated joy and happiness to all those around him. As the couple's focus shifted towards nurturing their child, arguments became less frequent. Andrew, mirroring his parents' adoration for animals, exuded boundless excitement whenever he had the chance to accompany them to work. Could anyone have anticipated the outcome when Tom and Katie ventured out of their vehicle to approach the bear? Was it within the realm of possibility for such a wild creature to exhibit tenderness and concern towards a human infant? Share your thoughts in the comments section. Thank you.